Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing something from McIntosh, their little hybrid amplifier, the MA252. This beautiful little 100 watt integrated amplifier is a wee gem, and I've actually been lucky enough to have a play with one of these in my Wellington store before I unbox a fresh one here in Christchurch. So let's have a look. Firstly, like all McIntosh products, they're sealed with a sort of fabric paper tape. It has model and serial number information on two ends, and a bit of just, bit more information on the other corners so that you can see what is going on. Opening these is really easy. Grab a craft knife and have a quick, careful cut across the sides, lifting to find the joint and cut carefully across the top. From there we get to reveal what care and attention McIntosh makes with all of their products as far as the packaging. They have layer upon layer of beautiful foam to ensure that these products can be not necessarily so well looked after in freight and still end up with you in absolutely perfect condition. And this little amplifier is by no means, is actually an ideal example of how beautifully they look after them. So, get rid of that. Drilling into it, we'll see some of the accessories that you would expect from McIntosh. Firstly, their beautiful manual. Now this is really comprehensive. It's more like a booklet than anything. It shows all manner of different ways of certainly unboxing the product, setting it up to make it useful. Little tips and tricks are also in there as well. So if you're reading through, look for their little notes. It also talks about how to dive into its setup, because so many of McIntosh's products have knobs and dials that get into its setup menu layers deep, rather than making the front of that unit fussy with switches or dials. Okay. The next thing is a New Zealand IEC power cord. Now this is actually quite a heavyweight one with a large plug. Great to see, nice length as well. Then there's the basic remote control, along with a tool key for the binding posts at the rear of the amp. Now these are great. You should use one as a keychain if you wish, after of course you've used it to just tighten the binding posts at the rear. Looking at the remote control is quite simple. It requires, got a couple of pieces of sellotape just holding the bubble wrap closed. The remote unusually has just one AAA battery. And then the remote control has a lovely weight to it, but it's very simple, as you would expect for something so small. It's got a lovely balanced feel to it and a nice gloss finish. And please hang around for some photographs where I'll show you some close-ups of all of this. Then there's another layer of closed cell foam, beautifully cut out especially for all of the accessories and things. The unit itself. Now, unlike most McIntosh products, this doesn't have the double boxing. One of the reasons is it's relatively light. You could see I sort of got that out quite easily. In the base, there is a large piece of cardboard, double thickness, with inserts specifically for the feet to stop it from moving around. And with the two layers of foam in the top, this is beautifully well supported for transit. So looking at it, you'll see firstly, like most McIntosh, there's an oversized plastic bag holding it closed. A little nick, and it gets that sellotape cut, and we're able to dive into the packaging. At the rear, there is a desiccant bag just twisted around one of the binding posts. The bag itself is in a soft outer bag to ensure that it cannot scratch anything in transit. Sliding the bag forward is relatively rudimentary, just lifting it carefully to ensure that it slides over the feet easily. Now, Like most McIntosh tube products, the tubes are supported in some way using foam, and a clear warning stating please don't operate this until you've removed it. I mean, for obvious reasons, this is, the tubes are going to get warm and will melt the plastic, etc. Removing that, you see some of the guards. Now, what I'm going to do is take these out now, but please hang around for the photographs where I will install these guards over the top of the tubes themselves. So there are 4 guards. They will actually sit just over there by the time I've taken them off their bag. And I'll take one of them out of the bag for you now. Okay, so there it is. That's a guard, sits just over here like that. Okay, and that foam, off it goes. Now, looking at this amplifier, firstly, it's not very deep, it's not very wide. This is a sort of a modest half-size component, although it does match a number of products, including a CD transport and a stream of the MB50, that type of thing. What you'll see in its design, of course, is an implication of its hybrid nature. Classic heat sinks at the rear, display, and then tubes at the front. Now, that's because unlike most of the large solid-state amps from Mac, this is a hybrid. It's got a tube front and a solid-state back to deliver all of the balance of quality, sound, essence and flair, also control from a relatively small product. So, let's have a look. Firstly, you'll see an input selector, a headphone, a standby and a volume control. Now it's with these that you push and hold to get into the trim and operate the internal setups across the front display. You see 4 tubes, all allocated as V1, V2, V3 and V4, along with their model type of tubes. You see here McIntosh's basic front and display. There's 2 lines of dot matrix. If you look at the side, you'll get an understanding of how deep the product is and the McIntosh logo. I don't know if you can see, but I will, please hang around for the photograph so you can. I'll tilt it forward and you can see the now iconic McIntosh logos in the actual heatsink itself. Again, not very deep and very well put together as far as the ventilation required for its output stage. But now having a look at the back, this is where things sort of get to be good. The boring stuff, IEC power socket. Now that's of course the power, and directly above that a fuse. Across from there we've got a couple of controls. Now this relates to incoming control as well as outgoing control for connected appliances. Unlike most products, and because this is a small integrated amplifier, it has a subwoofer out. That enables you obviously to plug directly into an active subwoofer from any number of different speaker brands. There is a single set of balanced inputs and 2 unbalanced or RCA inputs. There's also a dedicated phono preamp, and I believe this is only moving magnet, not moving coil. Then there's outputs. Now, unlike most McIntosh amplifiers, because this is a hybrid product, where you would see multiple taps associated with the impedance of the speaker, this is delivering 100 watts into 8 ohms and nearly 160 into 4. So a more traditional way of delivering control to speakers with the impedance as it drops, delivering a little bit more wattage to each of those speakers. Okay. Now, this beautiful product, look at it. Their MA252 hybrid valve solid-state power amplifier, integrated amplifier. It's iconic. It will be probably seen as another piece of McIntosh's history, something I'm very, very proud to have shared with you today, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.